DDG is currently at the peak of his streaming career, and some news just dropped today that could take that all away. And the interesting part about this, DDG was on stream today when he got the bad news. And you could see his face. He was trying to play it off, but you could tell he was horrified.
And I'm feeling like, damn, bro, should I get a stylist? Why are they saying GGTMZ? Let's see. Why are they saying GGTMZ? All right, I'm looking at her story now. What? Oh, fuck me. All that. Don't even.
That can't even be real.
All that, bro. All that.
But that can't even be real. That's the thing.
But don't even. But you remember we talked about last night. All that. Let me say something. It's not.
No, I'm saying, but I don't know where that even came from.
Yo, stop these fake allegations. This is a father. This is a real person. It's a good human being.
But I don't.
But hey, bro, we on stream, bro.
Come on, like I gotta be.
Just don't do it, bro. Come here.
Don't even make no.
All back. That's my real friend. We're not gonna do no false. Ruin this stream. He's a great human being. He does a lot for a lot of people. He's a man. He's a father, and we're gonna respect him. We're gonna love him. WDDG and anyone that got anything to say.
I wish I was still that green, but unfortunately, being in the spotlight has taught me if your friends get accused of horrifying things, regardless of what they tell you, you gotta wait until the facts come out, bruh. Because I got once, okay? One of my friends, well, ex-friends who I don't speak to anymore, haven't spoken to him since that situation happened, Lil Boom, bro, dude sent me fake paperwork, dude sent me fake articles, fake screenshots, fake everything, bro. Made me think he was innocent. The news came out he's guilty, bro. I had an egg on my face, but I faced it. I said I was wrong, and I denounced him instantly once the footage came out. So with Aiden Ross, yo, he's been a good friend. He's been a good homie, bro. But if you got something to lose right now, shit, hey, bro, you might as well, hey, bro, you gotta just relax and just let the facts come out. You don't know if DDG is innocent, and you don't know he guilty. But you don't want to put your name out there like this, and then the facts come out he did it, and now you looking like a fool and a sympathizer for somebody who beat women. Now, the news article that they was referring to was the TMZ article that dropped while they were on stream. TMZ obtained a restraining order from Haley Bailey, which is DDG's long-term ex-girlfriend and current baby mama, where she is accusing DDG of attacking her on multiple occasions. On top of filing a police report, she also got a court order protection from the father of her child, DDG. She will claim that things got physical with her and DDG in January, months after they broke up, which is October. So they broke up October of 2024. However, the incident that she's filing a protection order for happened January of 2025. She will claim that DDG came over to pick up their son Halo, and she tried to start a conversation with DDG about child visitation. And as she was buckling Halo in the car, maybe she was taking too long, DDG grew a little agitated and repeatedly said, "Get out of my car, B." Hallie says the baby was crying and she got nervous about DDG leaving with him in such an agitated state. This is where my bombastic side eye start coming into play. It don't really take that long to buckle up a kid seatbelt, so it feels as if she was trying to have a conversation that DDG was not trying to have. So she was taking longer than usual. DDG was telling her to get out of his car. He don't want to talk to her, but she wanted to have the conversation before he could leave. He wasn't trying to leave, so she then essentially just stayed in his car. So apparently once DDG got upset that she was taking too long and wouldn't allow him to just leave with the baby, DDG got agitated. And because DDG got agitated because she was taking too long to leave, she didn't hop in the car and wouldn't leave. So after DDG repeatedly screamed, "Get out of my car," Haley says the baby was crying, and because the baby started crying, she got nervous and didn't want DDG to leave with the baby anymore. That's when they allegedly started wrestling when DDG was trying to get her out the car. She wasn't trying to get out the car. She claims DDG pulled her hair, slamming her face on his steering wheel and chipping her tooth. My only question would be, because how this was framed, it feels as if DDG was trying to pull you out the car. So he pulled your hair, he like grabbed your arm, he was trying to pull you out the car. There was a fight for you not to get pulled out the car and your head got slammed on the steering wheel. Did it happen that way, or did he take your head and slam it into the steering wheel and said this? Because that's different. But the story didn't really specify. It just says, yo, Raul trying to pull me out the vehicle, he slammed my head on the steering wheel. But nonetheless, though, yo, in these situations, bro, you got to call the police, bro. Bro, you cannot get physical at all, bro. If she tripping, let her trip. Because DDG and Halle has been going back and forth over custody agreements when it comes to Halo. I think DDG went online famously telling the world that Halle isn't allowing him to see the baby, and she's having issues with allowing him to just take his baby and go.
Every single day or every other day, I'm trying to see him. I'm trying to get him to come over or whatever. I never get him dropped off. I always go pick him up. I live far as shit. So I'm driving hours to go get him, and then I get there and I can't get him. Or I can't see him. My son is sick right now. I want to see my son. I want to hold my son. I want to, you know what I'm saying? I just want to comfort him. I want to put him in the shower, get some steam in his nose so he can feel better. I don't get the chance to do that. I get pinned against the wall, and then everything else is variables on why I can't see my son. The nanny has been able to have my son more than me.
We've also seen Halle come on Twitter and complain and call out DDG for bringing their son on stream with Kai Cenat without letting her know or telling her the baby was going to be on stream. So it feels like there's a power struggle going on between these two when it comes to their son. Halle will write, "Hi everyone, just so you know, I am out of town and don't approve of my baby being on a stream tonight. I wasn't told or notified, and I am extremely upset to have my baby in front of millions of people. I am his mother and protector and saddened that I wasn't notified, especially when I am out of town." Halle actually got a lot of backlash for this. People were calling her out like, bruh, your sister has had your son on her Instagram, on her Snapchat in front of millions of people too. So what's the difference between his father bringing him on stream where, bro, he's a meme on the internet. Like, he's been on stream. Like, why are you tripping about, like, your son being on a Kai Cenat stream? People didn't understand, and they thought it was double standards because her and her sister have had the son all on Snapchat, all on their Instagram, like, all on their social medias, and that's cool, but DDG can't bring his son out. So a lot of people felt like, Halle, you tripping. And this was, like, the first time I think Halle kind of got some backlash. And academics even warned DDG after this moment, and he told DDG, hey, listen, bruh, once they can't paint you a certain way on social media because you probably Teflon on social media, that's when the accusation's gonna come.
I see you trying to defend her. That's a good move, by the way, but let me tell you what happens next. If she can't paint you as a deadbeat dad, which you're not, I'm going to warn you this. The next step is for her to say you were abusive. I want to be very clear. And she just tried, yo, why is my baby dad doing that? And I don't approve of it. And nobody bit. And unless you about to get back with her and go into whatever regime she wants you to get down with, her next attempt will not be as fluky. Women like this don't stop. You've dodged this one, but you got to wait for the bigger one she about to do. Somebody said, Halle not motherfucking evil? You fucking stupid as hell, nigga. She would have never posted this nigga if she wasn't on that type of topic. Women are only loyal to their emotions.
I'll be fake with y'all if I sat here and I, like, went along with the narrative that DDG was completely innocent and there's no way he could have done this. Because there are other accusations that DDG did this to other women or one other woman. So, and we're going to discuss that later on in this video. So, again, I'm not saying this man is completely innocent. I'm just trying to tell you guys the full story. And then we're going to touch everything, and y'all guys will make up your own decisions on whether or not y'all think he's guilty or not. But, yeah, I just can't say, yo, because I'm a man and these chicks be out here lying that DDG is innocent. I don't feel like that applies to DDG in this situation, bro. I feel like this is one of the situations where it's a 50-50, right? You can call it at this point, bro. Because, yo, she did have some tangible evidence, all right? Now, she would claim that DDG would chip her tooth and bruise her arms. And she would actually show the pictures of, I guess, the bruises and the chipped tooth. Here are the bruises. Again, this is pretty consistent with him grabbing her and trying to pull her from out the vehicle that he apparently didn't want her in because he was trying to leave and he felt like she was stalling. She also showed the chipped tooth, which you can see, yeah, there's parts of it, but these don't come across as bruises where, yo, he was like just wailing on you. Like, this come across as bruises that was occurred in a tussle, right? Like a tussle, like it was a violent tussle, but this don't come across as if, yo, he was Chris Browning you, because that's a different level of violence. But nonetheless, though, men shouldn't be putting their hands on women. Call the police. She's also in the restraining order painting DDG as an absolute weirdo. On top of the physical incident, she's painting DDG like he's like Jeffrey Dahmer's, bro. Like he's doing some weird stuff, bro. Like he's like creeping through like the cat hole, trying to get into the home, taking pictures of an empty bed. Like he's doing some weird stuff according to her. Now, again, this is her view of the situation. This is her account of what happened. DDG hasn't spoken yet, but she's painting this man like a weirdo in this restraining order. She would say in March, before DDG filmed the video that we shown earlier in this video of him claiming that Halle is keeping his son away from him. So she will claim that DDG actually creeped her out when he showed up at her home, entered without permission, went to her bedroom and texted a pic of Halle's empty bed to her along with a text, "Now I know what you've been on." So apparently the bed was ruffled up a little bit, so DDG thought she was getting her cheeks clapped up. Halle says she interpreted text as DDG accusing her of sleeping with other people. Now, I'm not sure what her response was. She don't say. All right, she don't deny it, so I don't know. 4 days later, she claimed he really exploded when he came back to her house. Halle told him she and the baby were sick and she didn't want Halo to leave the home. And she claims that's when he got verbally blank, smashed her Ring camera, and ran away with Halle's phone. Now, here's the interesting part, bro. And here's the part where DDG is kind of cooked if this is true. As he drove off, she claims that DDG threw the phone out his window and yelled to her, "Go get it, B." The incident prompted Halle to go file a police report, and she says she also has a Ring footage to back up her side of the story. If she got that Ring footage, dog, if she got that Ring footage like she says she does, it might be raps, bro. I'll be real, homie. Because right now, DDG ceiling is to no limit. DDG right now is one of the most popular streamers. So right now, DDG ceiling is Kai Cenat. If this is true and you are on camera, you're like, there's Ring camera footage of you doing some horrific things, bro, that ceiling, bro, I don't see you ever not being Kai Cenat. Like, you can still be a rapper, but like, you not about to do no crazy brand deals and do no crazy stuff if this is true. Now, apparently, like, what sparked Halle to finally come forward and file a restraining order was actually a situation that Academics started. So Academics came on his live stream, and Academics pretty much revealed that Halle was not cheating, but seeing Brent Faiyaz after she left DDG. And she was apparently hiding it and keeping it a secret because she didn't really want the look. It looked like she moved on too early, having another man quickly after having a baby. You come across as promiscuous. Apparently, she was trying to hide it to maintain her good girl persona, but Academics blasted it.
Yo, Halle, man, just go pop out with that nigga Brent Faiyaz already, man. Yo, DDG with 3,000 stream now, man. It's cool. The smoke done clear. You can pop out with Brent Faiyaz, gang. It's time. You see, like, when you was kicking it with him before, nobody, like, really peep game. But, like, now, DDG been with too many. Like, I ain't saying he with him. But he been hanging out with Lala, the Island Girl, Zoe, whoever. Like, he been hanging out with too many. You clear now, girl. Go pop out with Brent Faiyaz. It's all good now. It's valid now. It's valid. Yo, back in the day, like a couple months ago, DDG was what's his son named Halo? Nigga was like, man, I can't see Halo and I can't. They don't even know I'm single. Like, and she's with Brent Faiyaz. Yeah, gang. Yeah, that's what happened.
So now DDG is dealing with the streets thinking that Brent Faiyaz is punching meat into his chick. Well, not his chick, his baby mama. So this is where the situation sort of escalated to the point where Halle said, okay, enough is enough, okay? The internet is already bullying Halle for keeping like their son away from DDG, and DDG fans is bullying her. Now, this is where things get crazy. So DDG came online, and he didn't say he missed his son Halo. He did. No, he just says he came to New York to see somebody special. Halle was in New York before her vacation to St. Lucia's, but for some reason, he couldn't see his son, or he couldn't see that special person. Now, that is signifying that Halle, who was also in New York with her son, or their son, refused to hand the son over to DDG for them to hang out before she went on vacation.
Even sleep, I just wanted to hang out with a special person, man. That's all I wanted to do tonight for real, but I don't know. I might force myself to go out or something.
Shortly after, the narrative began to circulate all across social media that Hallie is now in St. Lucia with Brent Fayez and her baby Hollow, who's also in St. Lucia too. She is on the island with Brent Fayez playing stepdaddy after not allowing DDG to see his son before they left. And they're claiming, wait, hold up, is that why he couldn't see his son? Because you was with Brent Fayez in New York too? So now the internet is going crazy. Hallie is being slandered. Her name is looking crazy in these streets. Now, Hallie would claim that this will send DDG in like a jealous rage and a jealous fit, and he will send her a lot of messages accusing her of doing what the internet is accusing her of doing, which is going to St. Lucia with the baby so Brent Fayez can play stepdaddy. And these messages low key ain't a good look because the messages kind of creates a pattern with what other women or a woman have said about DDG in the past. The screenshot will show DDG like sending like the screenshots of like academics posting it and like him saying this foul bet, sending her like the academics tweet and then saying you think you hurt in my feelings when you really just ruining your own image. This is terrible looks, make you look disgusting and evil. Enjoy your vacation, happy Mother's Day, but just have the same energy when it's my turn to have them. I'm on the same ish. Hallie would deny being with Brent Fayez. She would say, yo, she's with the baby, not Brent, and for him to leave her alone, and she would file the restraining order shortly getting back because of these messages, according to her. Now, the men is claiming, man, DDG is innocent. Bro, you even have DDG ops like Myron from Fresh and Fit. He's claiming DDG is completely innocent. However, the women got Hallie's back, and they're pulling out receipts from DDG's ex, Ruby Rose, who also made similar accusations of DDG putting hands on her. These are messages that Ruby Rose sent DDG when they were dating. Now, she been released this, so these are nothing new, but they are resurfacing because of the DDG and Hallie situation. So these are hard to read, but you can see DDG saying, I get you mad, but I'm telling you, Ruby, I'm not Lala. I'm going to F your whole career up. So he's threatening to destroy her if she comes out against him. He says, I got love for you. I really don't want to do you both online, but I'm telling you, it's going to be bad, Ruby. Just stop. She says, it's already bad, and you're threatening to end my career if I tell people how you hit me. More things to show on my live. Thank you. He put LOL. If you go live, just know you really lost me. Have a blast. You gonna lose all respect from me and anybody I F with or you F with. Just think before you do. Now, I'll be real. This is really bad. Like this is really bad, bro. Right? This is like really bad. Like this is like textbook language that comes from people who do these things. Okay, so again, maybe DDG got an explanation for this. I don't know, but this is bad. So she would show the bruises, the same, I guess the same bruises that, that Halle Bailey showed. And she would put, I told you how a ninja did me and you did the same ish and make fun of me while doing it. And ish, the same ish he did telling me no ninja will love me, I'm a whore. And all the same ish, you haven't been feeling love lately and you need, yeah, bro, it's a hard to read, okay? But yeah, but here's the funny part about this though. She posted this, but whenever she's asked who her favorite ex is, she always says DDG. So to me, it's kind of odd and bizarre that this man apparently is horrible and did all these bad things to you. But then whenever you're asked who your favorite ex is, which ex-boyfriend you love the most, you always say DDG. So was DDG horrible or was he good to you? Or did the other dudes just do you worse? Listen, man, I don't know the truth here. I think is innocent until proven guilty. He's not being arrested or charged or indicted for this. So, hey, listen, man, if he did all these horrible things, man, file police report, bro. But until I see that police report, bro, I don't know, bro. All right, we're gonna treat this like accusations, homie. Y'all let me know in the comment section. What do you guys think? Do y'all think DDG did it? Is he innocent? Let me know. And if you're still watching, click on this video here somewhere on my screen, man, to find out. I finally made a video where I said the thing we've all been wanting to say about this Diddy case. After trial, one thing was on all of our minds. I was just brave enough to make a video about it. So click on this video right here to find out exactly what my thoughts were after the Diddy trial wrapped up today. I'm gonna see you guys in this video somewhere on my screen. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.